day, another opportunity that the Lord has made and allowed us to see. Happy, blessed Sunday. Yes. I know a lot of people probably sleep and maybe at work or whatever they may be doing, up, sitting up. Some people get up this early and drink coffee on a blessed Sunday morning. A lot of people be getting ready sooner or later, getting ready for church. Yep, but happy blessed Sunday, everyone. It's another blessed day, another opportunity that the Lord has allowed us to see, which is a blessing all by itself. Yes, Lord, a blessing all by itself. Yes, Lord. And it's a great blessing to be here on this side of the earth. Yes, Lord. It's a blessing. I tell you, it's a blessing all by itself. And I am grateful and I am thankful to be on this side of the earth. It's a blessing all by itself. And I'm just so thankful and grateful to say, Lord, I thank you for allowing me to see another blessed day. Another blessed day. And I know that you are glad too that God allowed you to see another blessed day. Watched over our family all night long, protected us from all hurt, harm, and danger. That is a blessing. Yes, Lord. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for thumbsing me up. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. That is a blessing. Yeah, blessing. And I'm grateful. Well, I'm not talking about nothing. Just, popping up on here like I usually just pop up on here like I usually do. And just say hello. Hello to everyone. I have been trying to watch people's channels and stuff like that. I ain't gonna explain all that, but anyway, it's just a blessing. It's a blessing. It's a blessing. It's a blessing. This is a positive channel, and I try to keep it like that, positive and all that good stuff. Yeah. So on my way in, ride on with me on my way in, and I would just be sitting back just thinking about a whole bunch of stuff that God gives me and all that stuff. I just be sitting back and I be like, Lord, I say, I thank you. When you sit back and you have time to relax, God start dealing with you in all kind of different ways on good things, showing you things, that, we probably wouldn't imagine to think about, but God give us those thoughts, good thoughts. If you want good thoughts, He would give it to you, yeah, God would give it to you. Yes, Lord, you got to want it. You got to want it. You ask God, boy, He will give it to you. I promise you, He will give it to you. And I'm so thankful and I be glad about it. And I'm like, oh, God, I say, thank you. Thank you, Lord. So God, He's good and He's good just like that all the time. You got to want it. He said you receive that because you ask that. But you got to ask Him. And He'll give it to you. I'm telling you, you want to see something and ask God to show you something, He will do it. But you have to ask. Like I say, He say, you receive that because you ask that. You got to ask God these things. If you got a issue with yourself, an issue with somebody else, and you want to be delivered, ask God. He will do it for you. I'm telling you, He will give you peace in your life. He will even give them peace in their life. If you pray and you ask God and talk to Him about it, He'll do it. I'm telling you. He's a long time God. He's an able God. He said we go through we have to go through our trials and our tribulations, because if we don't do that, hey, how would you know? How could you get over certain things? But God, we have to go through our trials and our tribulations, and walking this walk with God, and hey, He ain't said it was gonna be easy. He did not say that it was gonna be easy. He did not say it was going to be easy. No, He did not. Good morning. Good morning. Thanks for coming in. I can't look at the screen because I'm trying to keep my eyes on the road. Yeah. So, God, He's able to do exceedingly abundant all things but fail, sometimes people are, about to give up. You have to have that faith in God, knowing that He's able to do exceedingly abundant all things but fail. You have to think about it at that moment that we finna get ready to give up. That's our blessing point. You cannot give up. I'm telling you. You are right at your blessing point. You about to give up. God don't want us to throw in the towel. He do not want us to throw in the towel. He want us to keep on pushing and keep on going, because He's right there. We're not walking this walk alone, God is there. He's right there. But he wants you to hold on to that faith. You know, he said if you have faith stronger than a mustard seed. And you know, a mustard seed is not that big. A mustard seed is very small. It is not that big. You know, he said, I think about this song, say just have a faith, a little bit of faith, faith, just a little bit of faith. Yeah. So, you know, it's a blessing. I think about a lot of stuff, you know, and you know, and also the enemy trying to play with your head and stuff. When the enemy trying to tell you to do something that's not, you know, that ain't God, because he don't want us to give up. You know, he don't want us to give up on things, you know. No, he do not want us to give up. So, you know, I try to keep pushing and keep going and asking God for strength. You know, he will give you that strength. If you need strength, God will give it to you. I'm telling you. Because it's several times that I like to have, broke down, you know. But God said, hold on, my child. Don't give up. Hold on. Keep that faith that you got. Hold on. So, you know, that's what I do and keep myself pushing. And, you know, when I encourage other people, I'm encouraging myself as well. Because I need that faith. I need that strength, you know, to carry me on. I can't carry myself. You can't carry yourself. Nobody can carry themselves. God is carrying us. And, you know, a lot of things that I think about, too, people like how they get to come up like they just that quick because of God he know how we would take it and he know how they would handle it. And sometimes he give people that just to see how could they handle what he blessed them with, you know. But you just believe that, just be happy for them because your blessing is on the way. Your blessing is on the way. No, never be mad, never be upset because somebody else got blessed. You know, be happy for them. Rejoice with them because that's what I do. And people like, they don't understand, like, how could you be so happy for people? You know, at the time when I didn't have what they had. And I was like, you're supposed to rejoice with them and be happy for them because your blessing is on the way. I don't know when it's coming, but it's coming. Just be happy for the other person that they got blessed. You know, that's a blessing, you know, all by itself. You know, you can't be grudge, you can't be hateful, you can't be mad and just mumbling and talking about stuff. Just be glad for them. Be glad that they blessed because you know that your blessing is on the way. You know, that's how I am. If somebody had got a new car, a new home or something, and I was like, oh my God, that is a blessing. I am so happy for you. That is a blessing, you know. I ain't gonna ask them how they get in there like that. So that's a blessing. And you know, somebody like, hey, you just be so happy for other people. I say, you supposed to. You really supposed to be happy for other people. Yes, Lord, this is a positive channel, you know, and let's keep it positive, you know. Yeah. So yeah, it's a blessing, you know. God, he's good and he's good. Well, just like that, you know, just whatever you need, you ask him. And you know, I don't go to God and say, oh Lord, I need some money, could you bless me with some money? You know, when I was young, I used to do foolish stuff like that. But when you learn better, you do better, you know. I thank God for my health, my strength. I thank God for the healing of me, my body. I tell God all that. You know, I say, thank you, Lord. You know, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Lord. And, you know, getting up in the morning telling him thank you for his grace and his mercy. Ooh, that's a blessing. For your grace and your mercy, Lord, thank you for allowing me to see another day. And watching and protecting over my family, keeping us from all hurt, harm, and danger. Watching over, you know, blessing me, blessing my marriage. Lord, I just, you know, God, he's good. And I tell him, I said, God, I thank you for letting me know who you are. Thank you, Lord, for letting me know who you are. That's important to know who God is and get in your word and study. You know, and I said, God, I asked him, I said, Lord, I just need more time to study. You know, more time to study. You know, sometimes we're always working and just busy. You know, a lot of times the time that we spend on something else, we could spend that time with God as well. Give it, you know, spend that time with him. You know, because sometimes we'll make time for a lot of other stuff that ain't even worth making time for. But hey, you know, and I, you know, let me pull up a little bit more. Praying it's time for my family, you know, even with my husband, spend time, because You know, because when your schedule is not just the same. Good morning, good morning. How are you doing? Thanks for coming in. Good morning. Thanks so much for coming in. Getting ready to get up out of here and get in here and get this day started. You know, I just like to come in and, you know, up and side. No, I ain't leave my glasses. I need them glasses to see. Get in here and get this day started. Thanks so much for coming in. Very, very, very much appreciated. I am very much appreciated. Thank y'all so much. Please, thumbs me up, like, comment, and subscribe. You can go to a small video. If I'm not connected with you, go to a small video and a short and just leave a comment in a box where I'm able to come back and connect with you. I may move a little slow, but I'm slow getting to you, but I'm coming. So yeah, so y'all be blessed. And you know, just don't let nobody disturb your day. Hold on to your faith. That nobody ruin your day. No one ruin your day. Pray and ask God to give you peace in this day. Wherever you step, ask him to give you peace. And he will do just that. If you want it, he will give it to you. So that's what I do. I ask him, I pray for peace. Even on this job, I pray for peace in the morning time. I'm going up in here because I don't like to be disturbed by no negative energy. So what I do, I go in the building, speak. They speak, they don't speak, that's fine with me. But I like the positive energy, and I try to keep to myself, stay to myself, so I can I don't think I'm leaving that there. Yeah, I keep to myself and mind my own business and go ahead and do my job. So until then, y'all be blessed and have a wonderful, blessed day. And I always remember to be kind to other people, you know, and respect other people. And a lot of people don't have respect for others, but respect them. Do the right thing. Walk away from things. If they say something you don't like, walk away. Just don't engage in it. And that's how we do it. So y'all be blessed until next time, and I will see y'all later. Thanks for coming, stopping by, showing me love. And like I said, go to one of my shorts and leave a, you know, comment, a positive comment. If you got to just say hey, and I'll come back and visit y'all. So I'll see y'all later. Yep, I've been trying to get around to people visiting their channels. If even I got to watch a short or something, I try to visit and getting around to it. And I just appreciate and thankful for the people showing me love and coming over to my channel visiting. And I will see y'all later. Until then, be blessed. Be blessed. Have a blessed day. Blessed Sunday.